Hey guys, Greg Ranger here. Can you guys see me? Type yes in the comments if you guys can see me or hear me. Cool. Awesome. I have a few people here. So for those that don't know me, my name is Greg Ranger and I help chiropractors grow their clinic with digital marketing, but not how you might think. And actually, before we get started, if you're looking to grow your practice, head over to gregranger.com and click book call to schedule a private call with me. It's totally free. So typically, chiropractors come to me because they want more high quality patients. Oh, hi there. Yeah. So chiropractors come to me because they want more high quality patients, typically with digital marketing. And even though the chiropractor, the clinic owner might have 5 to 10 to 20 years of experience, some of them, they might even run multiple clinics, they still tell me that they're confused and overwhelmed with all the social media stuff, with the Google, and how to properly basically get high quality patients from the internet. So if that sounds familiar to you, you're not alone. A lot of clinic owners feel confused by the whole digital marketing, social media thing, right? So, and actually, personally, I can totally relate. I get emails and I see videos all the time about QR codes and chatbots and all that fun stuff, and it can actually get pretty confusing. So here's what I tell those clients that come to me is that, look, there's actually always going to be one thing that's going to work, and that one thing is actually making sure that it's super easy for your clients, and especially your future clients, to communicate with you and your practice, right? So eliminate all the friction between new clients reaching out to you and making an appointment. So here's the story. Here's what I mean. I don't know if you guys know a little bit about Apple and Steve Jobs. So at one point, Steve Jobs was kicked out of Apple, right? So, and then when he came back, Apple was on the verge of bankruptcy, right? And one of the very first things that Steve Jobs did was to look at what was the company doing, basically. And they had something like 100, 120 projects on the go. So what he did is that he killed like 90, 95% of those projects. Essentially what he did is he eliminated all the friction. He killed what was not working and focused only on a few core things, right? And so that's my point, is that you want to eliminate friction when future clients want to reach out to you. So here's what I mean in a concrete way. So one tip number one is to actually make the phone number on your website clickable. So whenever somebody's on your website, if you have an older website and you click on the phone number, it's not going to dial in automatically. So you can actually add a little piece of code on your website where the phone number is, so that if the person is on a smartphone, they click on your phone number and it dials in the phone number to your clinic automatically. So what that means is that you are eliminating friction. The person does not have to memorize the phone number and type it in. They can just click on it and it dials your clinic. So that's one tip to eliminate the friction. Does that make sense? Cool. Okay. Yeah, cool. So again, make the phone number clickable. If you ask your web guy or even WordPress, if you're a little bit technical, you can Google, but it's called the telephone element in HTML. And if you look on how to set it up, there's going to be some search results that show you how to set it up. It's super friendly. Obviously, I can also help you with that, but it's something not too hard to do. And if you have if you're using like a hosting provider like GoDaddy, their tech support can help you with that. So it's super easy to set up, and again, it's going to eliminate friction. It's going to make it easier for your future clients to connect with you. So that was tip number one. Tip number two is to have a clear call to action on your website. So if somebody lands for the very first time on your website, you want to make it super easy for them to get in touch with you, to conduct one clear action. So basically your website, your front page should not be confusing. It should not have like 10 different things they need to do. They should, book an appointment or make a phone call, and here are some, client testimonials with a little bit of social proof, right? So don't confuse your viewers. Don't add, a ton of stuff about your history and blah, blah, blah. You should have that stuff, but in separate pages. But whenever you have an ad, or the very first page, it should be super clear what they need to do. And in most cases, it's to book an appointment or make a call. So that was tip number two, is eliminate all the other stuff, eliminate friction, make sure that your web page has one clear call to action. Does that make sense? Cool. And then tip number three is very important as well. So you want to make sure that your website is entirely mobile friendly. The reason for this is in 2019, 60% of the Google searches came from a mobile devices. So 6 people out of 10 are visiting your website from a smartphone. So your website needs to look good, and again, it needs to be user-friendly on a smartphone. So you need to make sure that it eliminates all the friction. It's super easy for people to fill out a form on their mobile devices. So hopefully that makes sense. Any questions? Cool. And again, if you need help with this, if you're looking to grow your chiropractic clinic, be sure to check out gregranger.com and then click book a call so you can schedule your appointment with me. And then it's a free call, and then we'll see if it's a good fit, if we can work together. But if you're really looking to leverage digital marketing and maybe you're a little bit confused, you need a little bit of help, be sure to check out gregranger.com. Cool. All right, any questions before we go? So yeah, to quickly recap, the main point is you want to eliminate friction, and you want to make it easy for people to connect with you, with your business, with your practice, with your clinic. And the 3 tips are, again, tip number 1 is to make sure that the phone number on your website, you can simply tap on it, and then it dials right away if you're doing it from a smartphone. Tip number 2 is to make it ultra clear what people have to do when they first get on your website. So don't confuse them, don't hide the links, and don't hide the form where they can book an appointment. Make it really clear what they need to do. And then tip number 3 is to make sure that your entire website looks good and is user-friendly on a mobile device, simply because 60% of the Google searches come from a mobile device. So again, hopefully that makes sense. Greg Ranger here. If you want more information, if you're looking to grow your practice, go to gregranger.com and click book a call to schedule a free appointment with me, and I can help you grow your practice. Otherwise, it's been a pleasure. Thank you for watching. And again, if you like this video, make sure you hit the like button and share this video with your colleagues. And yeah, that's it.